So let's begin. And I should probably also, give me one second. Let me open this up really quick. What's that website? We should probably open up Bible Gateway, so that way we can actually look at these verses, so you don't just trust my word that I'm reading the verse properly, because we do have verses listed out here, so we can take a look at the verse for real, right, rather than just you assuming that I'm giving you the correct verse here. All right. So, starting with the wrath of God. Actually, let me do it this way. Let me bring this over here. Bring that back up. And there, I'll just bring this over anytime we need it. All right. The wrath of God. So that's where we're going to start. Rather than start with the priests, rather than start with the laity, rather than start with, the martyrs, the saints, the confessors, we're going to start with God himself. The wrath of God. Genesis 3:14. First curse that we see from God. What did he do? He cursed the serpent for tempting man, thereby causing him to go forth on his belly. And that's Genesis 3:14. So let me put that into... Can you guys see this? I don't know how well you can see this, but Genesis 3:14. So the Lord God said to the serpent, because you have done this, you are cursed, more than all cattle, and more than every beast of the field. On your belly you shall go, and you shall eat dust all the days of your life. So the first curse that we see from God is the cursing of the serpent. Now, I know this isn't a biblical study, right? But the use of serpent over any other terminology is interesting here. Does not identify him as the devil. Does not identify him as Satan. Identifies him as the serpent. Where's that other time we see who the Christians say the devil, or who is the devil? Where's that other place we see the devil we assume it's the devil? Where's that other place that we see him depicted as a serpent? Revelation. It's the only times we see whatever this figure is supposed to be as a serpent. But this isn't a biblical elucidation. The next curse, the very next curse, is only 2 verses later. Genesis 3:16. Not John 3:16. Genesis 3:16. God cursed Eve for eating the forbidden fruit, causing pain during childbirth and making it so she'll be dominated by her husband. Let's take a look. Oh, hold on, I think I need to make it bigger. There we go. Why did it like switch? I don't want 4, I want 3. There we go. Sorry, it like switched to 4. All right. So, 16. To the woman he said, I will greatly multiply your sorrow and your conception. In pain you shall bring forth children. Your desire shall be for your husband, and he shall rule over you. This is the second curse given out by God. A Maranatha, given by God himself. He has a will. So why not, if God can curse, why can't we? We are made in his image, are we not? I wonder if there's a way to practically use these curses. If you get the text, it doesn't instruct you on how to do them for the purposes of instructing you how to do them, but they do give a little bit. Now, I don't know about these curses specifically, like the ones that, you know, God is using, but as we go further into the presentation, we'll move into the priests and the monks and, you know, the bishops and the saints and all them using curses. And there's some instruction. And if you have a magical background, which you do, you should be able to fill in the blanks where Martin Duffy doesn't, you know, put anything there. You should be able to fill in the blanks. So not with these curses, the ones that God is doing, but the other curses that are given out by humans, you should be able to. Hello, peace and blessings. What's up, baby Jew? What's today about? We are elucidating on Anathema Maranatha, which is a book that I've been raving about for quite some time, and finally decided to give a bit of a analysis on it. It is a text that outlines many famous cases from both the Bible and Christendom in general on God himself, or priests, monks, bishops, cardinals, even the laity, using curses, engaging in dark magic, hexing, and all that good stuff. Everyone loves to think that Christianity is oh so benevolent. It's not. And we're getting into that. We started out with, or we're starting out, because we're still in here, we're starting out with God's curses, the curses that God himself placed. Then we'll move into other curses that were done by man. So yes, that was the second curse given to Eve. The third curse, right after that, cursing the ground after Adam ate the forbidden fruit, so that man would have to work for his food. That's 3:17. Where it says, "Then to Adam he said, because you have heeded the voice of your wife, and have eaten from the tree which I commanded you, saying you shall not eat it, cursed is the ground for your sake. In toil you shall eat of it all the days of your life. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you, and you shall eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of your face you shall eat bread, till you return to the ground. For out of it you were taken, and dust you are, and to dust you shall return." So he cursed man. Well, first he cursed the woman. Then he cursed man to work for his food, and then to die. That's an extreme curse for eating some fruit. That's an extreme curse for eating some fruit. Does the book teach you how to perform these curses? Not in the way that you're thinking. It's not an instructional manual. It does tell you how they were performed to an extent, but it's not an instruction manual. It's a historical book. So it's not designed to instruct you. If you have magical knowledge and you're able to use what you know to fill in the blanks, you can certainly do that. But no, it does. It's not an instructional manual. Wait, did it say bread? I believe it said bread. Yes, in the sweat, verse 19, in the sweat of your face you shall eat bread. That's verse 19 in chapter 3 of Genesis. Did Adam have an oven? I think he was using geothermal energy to make that bread. Geothermal. He used hot springs in the ground. They'd send up steam, and he'd hold the dough over it, and because somehow he had dough too, and bread was made. English muffins, you know, cinnamon buns, that whole chestnut. So Genesis 4:11 through 16. He curses Cain for killing Abel. Right? So Genesis 4, and it's verses 11 through 16. Right here. So now you are cursed from the earth, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you till the ground, it shall no longer yield its strength to you. A fugitive and a vagabond you shall be on the earth. And Cain said to the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Surely you have driven me out this day from the face of the ground. I shall be hidden from your face. I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond on the earth. And it will happen that anyone who finds me will kill me. And the Lord said to him, therefore, whoever kills Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark on Cain, lest anyone finding him should kill him. And so that is the curse that Cain received after he killed Abel and lied about it, and then got caught. And then Genesis 12, verse 3. God pledges to curse all those who would harm Abram, who eventually became Abraham. So that's Genesis 12. And let me switch this version. This version's a little too modern. Let me... let's see. Not that. Not the Wycliffe. Not the Wycliffe John. I'll go back and I'll use the right here. All right, so what is it? 12 verse 3. And I will bless the one blessing you, and curse him that curse you. Now, I don't speak Hebrew. And Kol Mishpat Hadama shall be blessed through you. So anybody who's going to harm Abram, who turns into Abraham later on, ends up cursed. Because it is through Abraham that God is supposed to bring his new nation or something. Give me 1 second here. All right. Is there even a book mainly for curses? There's plenty of books on black magic, yeah, that contain curses. I don't know of any spell books that don't have anything other than just spells, and they're all curses. But I do know plenty of books on black magic that contain curses. Yeah, there's plenty of them that are out there. Convenient that God would curse all whom would harm the originator of the religion. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, there's a lot of interesting things going on. If Adam and Eve and their 2 children were the only people on earth, how would anybody else kill Cain if they were the only people? Like, he's like, oh, other people are going to see me and kill me. That must mean that there were other people on the earth. Because his parents weren't going to kill him, and his brother was dead. So who else is there on the earth? Interesting. But anyway, continuing.